Good morning, brothers and sisters. Welcome to our morning heart devotion. To start off our day, let us offer a bow to our heavenly parents and true parents. 전주인 참부모님께 경배. And now for our family pledge, I'd like to invite Reverend Milhan.
가정맹세 1. 천여국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 본향 땅을 찾아 본연의 창조 이상인 지상 천국과 천상 천국을 창건할 것을 맹세하나이다. 2. 천여국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님을 모시어 천주의 대표적 가정이 되며 중심적 가정이 되어 가정에서는 효자, 국가에서는 중심, 세계에서는 성인, 천주에서는 성자의 가정의 도리를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 3. 천여국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 4대 심정권과 3대 왕권과皇族권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 4. 천여국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님의 창조 이상인 천주대 가족을 형성하여 자유와 평화와 통일과 행복의 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 5. 천여국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 매일 주체적 천상세계와 대상적 지상세계의 통일을 향해 전진적 발전을 촉진화할 것을 맹세하나이다. 6. 천여국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님의 대신 가정으로서 천운을 움직이는 가정이 되어 하늘의 축복을 주변에 연결시키는 가정을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 7. 천여국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 본연의 혈통과 연결된 위하는 생활을 통하여 심정문화 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 8. 천여국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 천여국 시대를 맞이하여 절대 신앙, 절대 사랑, 절대 복종으로 신인의 일체 이상을 이루어 지상 천국과 천상 천국의 해방권과 석방권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Thank you so much, Reverend Milhan Stevens. And now for our opening prayer, I'd like to invite Reverend Yukihiro Saito. If you could please unmute and pray for us.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's pray. Our dear heavenly parent in heaven, and also true parents, heaven, earth, and humankind. Good morning. Thank you so much for gathering us as one community, holy community, in front of you from all over the world, centering on your words. We feel your existence every day through this morning devotion. We were born here on earth without our intention, with your motivation, with your will. When we realize it, we breathe in, breathe out, and also we are surrounded with beautiful nature, creatures, and also beautiful people around us. Heavenly Parent, we knew that you are our eternal parent and true parents, and also through our life we became a spiritual parent and a physical parent. Then we knew that you are suffering hard situation, how much life is difficult, how difficult it is, how tough it is, how sorrowful it is, and how disappointing it is, and how painful it is. But also how noble it is, how joyful it is. Through fundraising, through witnessing, and also raising up our children, we learned little by little. Every morning, Dr. Yong gave us wonderful words, and then also he explained not only words but also your hearts behind the words very deeply, precisely. He prepares so much for this morning devotion every day. I appreciate so much. We appreciate so much to Dr. Yong's great effort to convey your heart to each of us. Finally, this time we received a special blessed holy wine by True Mother. Again, we were forgiven and given a new start. Even we don't know, and also if after we know two parents and you, we betrayed many times your heart and expectation. We hurt your feeling a lot. We are so unfair sons and daughters in front of you. Please forgive us at this moment to go back to you, and then we'd like to become your sons and daughters this time. And also please make us build your kingdom here on earth with True Mother. In May, we offer Chongwon-gun in Cheonpyeong, Korea, with True Mother. We are so grateful to witness that historical moment together with brothers and sisters. We pledge our sincere heart in front of you at this moment to be able to become your God's temple. We ourselves to be a Chongwon-gun in our family. Heavenly Parents, please be with us at this moment. Open our heart to receive your words at this moment through Dr. Yong. I appreciate so much again. I offer and report it with brothers and sisters' sincere heart. In the name of Yukiran Michie Saitable Center family. Aju.
Aju, thank you so much, Yukihiro Saito, for your very sincere and heartfelt prayer. 감사합니다. God bless you. 아리가또 고자이마스.
Yes, thank you so much, Brother Sato, for praying for us this morning. And now, brothers and sisters, it's time for our appreciation. So let's go into our breakout, and we'll see you back in a few minutes. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had great sharings in your breakout. As always, my great breakout was amazing. So now for our first sharing, I'd like to invite Ndasi Babatunde. If you could please unmute and share your appreciation for this morning.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Dr. Yong. Thank you so much, Diane, for calling me. I am so grateful for God's love and Heavenly Parents' love. And ever since I started joining morning devotion, I'm having so much miracle. Today, I was planning that I was going to call Sister Tal that I want to offer a song because today is my daughter's birthday. But I could not do it because I'm always working. And right now, I'm on my way to work. I could not offer that to her. So I'm so grateful that God put me in Sister Diane's breakout room because I wanted to tell the world that I have the best daughter ever, that God gave me the best daughter ever. And this is me today now that I can share to all brothers and sisters in our community. My daughter turned 13 today. She's such a loving daughter. I don't deserve this child at all. I love her
What's
so
her name?
much.
What's her
Her
name?
name is Natasha Babatunde.
Oh, Natasha. Okay, Natasha.
She's
Okay.
so loving, Dr. Young. This is really God's child. You said these children are not our own. I truly believe it. She's not my child. She's God's child. I'm just taking care of her. She's such a beautiful heart. She makes me a beautiful dinner yesterday. She's caring about me more than I care about her. And I'm so sorry that I've not been a good mother. And I want to tell her that, Natasha, I love you. And I'm telling the whole world today, you are the best daughter in the whole wide world. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Nadasi. Wow, you raise up your daughter so well. You should be good mother too. Thank you,
Reverend Young,
Nadasi.
Reverend Young, her concern is that she said she had 13 is a very difficult age that many people get very heady at 13. They are bad children at 13. She's worried. She said, please God, she does not want to be a bad child. She wants to be a good daughter. So I'm so grateful.
Yeah, how old is she now?
She's 13.
13. Okay, 13. Okay. Okay, thank you. Congratulations. 감사합니다. 네.
Okay, thank you, Ndasi, for sharing that. And happy birthday, Natasha. 13 is a big number. I don't remember when I was 13, but yes, please celebrate it while you can and enjoy this age. And now for our next sharing, I'd like to invite Natalia Tadden, if you can share your appreciation for this morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Natalia. Thank you. Oh.
I'm so grateful. I just came back from New York visiting family there, and we were able to go to the spring festival, the spring sports festival, and just meeting wonderful people that I've met before on morning devotion and wonderful members. And even this morning in the breakout room, I'm always so grateful to meet so many great people. There's so many wonderful members, so I'm so grateful for all of you. And thank you.
Oh my goodness, you came spring festival, but I could not see you. My goodness, I was so much busy that time. Natalia, so sorry. If I saw you, then I want to hug you. Thank you so much, Natalia, for your sharing. 감사합니다.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Natalia. Hope you had a great time at Spring Fest. And now, brothers and sisters, it's time for our morning heart devotion. So please let us open our hearts and our mind and welcome Dr. Chong-Shik Yong.
안녕하세요. God morning. Good morning. My dear brothers and sisters, clergy and ambassador for peace. 안녕하십니까? Today, I'd like to talk about God's model ideal family and nation and the peace kingdom from True Mother's Anthology, Volume 2. Let's study.
God's ideal family and the kingdom of the peaceful ideal world too. Distinguished leaders, can you sense the intense heart with which we are taking up this world tour? As my husband approaches 88 years of age, we do not know when or where he might collapse. along the way. He has already put his life on the line to embark on this world tour, and it is possible that it will be his last. He is revealing the secrets of heaven. These might be the last precious words that the true parent who appeared with heaven's seal leaves for humanity. I sincerely ask that you open your hearts and engrave these words of heaven upon them. May you have the wisdom to uphold these words as the standard of your life and pass them on to your family and clan, your descendants, and the people in your community. Ladies and gentlemen, my speech for today again has the title God's Ideal Family and the Kingdom of the Peaceful Ideal World, as it is a summary of the divine teachings that my husband and I have conveyed to the 6 billion people of the world during the past year. It is to remind you, once again, of your role and mission as seen from the viewpoint of God's providence and the importance of the age in which you are living.
Young. True father at the age of 88 went on world tour, with the more serious heart than ever before. True father risked his life to embark on this path. At the time, True mother said about True father's tour that it might be the last world tour for True father. But it really happened. True parents who have carried the seal by heaven and have manifested themselves have struggled to deliver to all mankind the heavenly secret that is like a final testament to mankind. Therefore, we must keep in mind and put into practice the word of true parents and the will that they delivered when they toured the world. And True Father already proclaimed that this may be last world tour. Exactly, it was happened, right? Living divine principle, and then again the human history of the providence of restoration 1. Let's start it.
Human history is the history of the providence of restoration. Human history can be seen as the history of the providence through which God has been trying to save fallen people and work through them to restore the original good world. Let us examine in various ways the idea that human history is the history of the providence of restoration. First, let us examine the history of the development of cultural spheres. Through religion, fallen people mired in ignorance have sought to meet God by ceaselessly striving toward the goal. Even though the individuals, peoples, and nations which championed a certain religion may have perished, religion itself has survived. Religion has endured through history. In its history, China has experienced many cycles of the rise and fall of dynasties and numerous transfers of political power. Yet the religions of the Far East, Confucianism, Buddhism, and Taoism, have continued to thrive. In India, the religion of Hinduism, in the Middle East, Islam, and in the history of Western Europe, Christianity, have continued to flourish. Many religions have left their mark on history. Among them, the religions with the greatest influence formed cultural spheres. The major cultural spheres which have existed at various times in world history numbered between 21 and 26. With the flow of history, lesser cultural spheres were absorbed by or merged into the more advanced spheres. Through the evolution of cultural spheres, as they were buffeted by the rise and fall of nations, 4 great cultural spheres have survived to the present day: the East Asian sphere, the Hindu sphere, the Islamic sphere, and the Christian sphere. The current trend has these four spheres forming one global cultural sphere based on the Christian ethos. This demonstrates that the essence of human history has been the restoration of one united world.
Let's study Father's word.
The declaration of the end of communism by Reverend Moon was a declaration of absolute faith in the providence of restoration. When communism was expanding its influence internationally, based on atheistic dialectical materialism, Reverend Moon declared the end of communism in Geneva, Switzerland on August 18, 1985. He said that communism would perish because it has persecuted religion. Several years after that, the declaration became a reality. The reason why Reverend Moon declared the end of communism was because of his absolute faith in God's providence of restoration. If we want to thrive, we must protect and nourish the religion which emerged through God's providence of restoration. Even though someone has great power and authority, if he takes the lead in persecuting the central religion, which is established by God's providence of restoration, he will inevitably be ruined. In addition, if God's providence of restoration is leading us to discover the internal truth which liberates us from internal ignorance, it is inevitable that a religion which has the new truth would emerge. Therefore, people must not judge it as heresy, because that will be a sin that goes against the providence of heaven.
Yeah. Reverend Moon declared at the end of the communism in Geneva, Switzerland on August 18, 1985. He said that communism would perish because it has a persecuted religion. Several years after that, the declaration became a reality. Historically, any individual nation and doctrine or ideology that persecute the religion established on behalf of God must be destroyed. Therefore, if we want to become a people who prosper individually, we must be people who protect and nurture the religion that was created by God's providence of restoration. If a leader takes the lead in persecuting the central religion, which is established by God's providence of restoration, he will inevitably be ruined. Conversely, what is the best way to receive the most blessing and inherit heavenly fortune from God? Of course, religion. Religion must be protected and nurtured, but we must love God more than anyone else. Even in the Bible, the greatest commandment is to show filial piety to God, just as you love the Lord your God with all your heart and mind and soul. That is the way to inherit heavenly fortune and receive blessings. Okay, today's youth ministry, the woman who must fulfill the mission of salt and the light. Very important content as well. So let's start.
The reason why blessed wives marry into their husbands' homes. Many female church members from Korea, Japan, and other countries received international blessings and married into their husbands' countries. There is one thing that many women who have received international blessings should be aware of. When they go to the kingdom of the groom, they must clearly understand that God's wish and mission are there. They must not forget that they went there to pass on the heart of true parents to their husband, who is in the position of the archangel. That's why women marry their husbands. We must not forget that we went there to connect the tears, sorrows, and wishes of God and true parents to the husband in the position of the archangel. The wife is a mediator of love. She is a mediator who conveys the love and heart of God and true parents to the husband, who is in the position of the archangel. Therefore, When a woman marries her husband, she must first show more filial piety to her in-laws than to her own parents whom she loved. Then the daughter-in-law will surely win.
Yes. When we receive the blessing, the position of men and women are different. Already you know, right? The man represents the fallen archangel, and the woman is in the position of the Lord's bride and mother. So in a blessed couple, the woman stands closer to heaven than the man. You need to know that. When we hold the 3-day ceremony, the woman as a mother plays the role of the liberating the man who is in the position of archangel. In this position, and women in the position of the Messiah's bride must replace the true mother and liberate the man who is in the position of the archangel with the true love. And we must apply this principle in our lives as we receive the blessing and leave our homes. Many female church members from Korea, Japan, and other countries receive the international blessings and marry into their husband's country. However, there is one thing that many women who have received the international blessing should be aware of. When they go to the kingdom of the groom, bridegroom, they must clearly understand that God's wish and mission are there. They must not forget. They must not forget. They must not forget that they went there to pass on the heart of true parents to their husband, who is in the position of archangel. However, there are many women and do not know this principle and are led by their husbands or simply live horizontally as a married couple, which brings many problems. As a blessed wife, if you do not know your own mission and position, God cannot work with you in your life. Wives must immediately know why they married their husbands. We must not forget that we went there to connect the tears, sorrows, and the wishes of God and true parents to husband in the position of the archangel. The wife is the mediator of love. She is the mediator who conveys the love and heart of God and true parents to the husband, who is in the position of archangel. Therefore, when a woman marries her husband, she must first show more filial piety to her her in-law, and then to her own parents, whom she loved. Then the daughter-in-law will surely win. As a daughter-in-law, if you win your mother-in-law's heart, then you win everything. But however, normally daughter-in-law doesn't like to serve your mother-in-law. That's the issue. Okay, next content.
The woman who must fulfill the mission of salt and light. A woman should serve her parents-in-law well, attend them, and make them naturally surrender to her. What will happen if she does that? The lineage of the daughter who naturally subdued her parents-in-law is completely changed. Then, what are the results if the daughter-in-law's lineage changes? A child of an excellent heavenly lineage will appear, and the husband automatically surrenders naturally. This is an unmistakable story. Husbands are bound to absolutely surrender to the filial piety that their wives give to their parents-in-law. It is the same reason that radish pickled in salt becomes pickled radish. There's no one who does not become pickled in front of love. The power of love has absolute authority and creative power. Salt has amazing and absolute power. When touched with salt, the cells of all plants and animals are pickled. That's why the Bible said, "Be ye salt." Therefore, the international blessing is that the wives of the family and the women who received the blessing and married into the husband's house should become salt and light.
Yeah, it is really incredible. There is an order to make husband who is in the position of archangel naturally surrender. First, the woman must serve and attend the archangel parents-in-law well and make them surrender naturally with love. When that happens, the lineage of the married daughter-in-law will become completely changed. When we subdue our enemies naturally, the quality of our love increases. And the quality of lineage change to the lineage of heaven. Therefore, from the lineage of the daughter-in-law who naturally subjugated her parents-in-law, children of the excellent lineage of heaven appear. Then it is nothing to subdue the husband. This is an unmistakable story. This is a true story, my brothers and sisters. You look at the Old Testament, how in order to bring the God's blood lineage until Jesus' time. Woman position is how much important, how to change the blood lineage. Husbands are bound to absolutely surrender to filial piety that their wives give to their parents-in-law. So the married daughter-in-law must play the role of the salt. It is the same reason that radishes become the pickled radish when they are pickled in salt. There is no one who is not pickled in front of love. The power of love has absolute authority and creative power. Salt has amazing and absolute power. When touched with salt, the cells of all plants and animals are pickled. Salt means true love. The daughter-in-law must melt everything with the salt of her love, no matter how difficult her parents-in-law or husband are. That's why the Bible said, be ye salt. Yeah. Therefore, the international blessing is that the wives of the family and the woman who receive the blessing and marry into husband's house should become salt and light. Next.
Mission of the chosen Christian. What does the secular world mean? It refers to the world of people who live centered on themselves. Additionally, didn't Jesus choose Christianity and ask them not to resemble secular people, but to pickle the world with the role of light and salt, and to save it with light? What should the chosen Christians do to keep the world from rotting and darkening like salt? Where should they start? The Bible says, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This means to be filial to God and to one's parents. And the next step is to consummate your marriage. But there is no such words in the Bible. There is only one word: love your parents.
Yes. How would you change a corrupt secular world? It requires us to dissolve it like a salt and prevent decay. If salt remains as a salt grains even after entering water and does not dissolve, it will not taste salty. If the salt gets into the water, it should dissolve. That's how it tastes salty. That means denying yourself and serving others. People who live centered on themselves do not melt and always make noise and discord because each person assaults themselves. That's why Jesus chose Christianity and asked them to pickle the world with the role of light and salt and save it with light, not to resemble secular people. However, all religions today cannot prevent the corruption of the world. Religion is not doing the role of the salt properly. Salt does not taste like a salt if you leave it alone. Salt tastes salty when it goes into the water. Likewise, those who have true love must enter the secular world to taste the true saltiness and reveal their true value. We blessed families are gathered together. We are like salt. The salt must go into the water. Therefore, we blessed family must enter the world. That's why we have to prevent corruption in the world and make it salty. Wow, that's why Jesus talking about the salt and light. It's incredible, kind of the example, right? Today I talk about the woman who must fulfill the mission of salt and the light. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Yong, for your incredible teaching today. I think really today we can learn that one, loving God more than anything else, but then also really understanding the position of women and men, and that women are to be the salt and the light in their relationship. So thank you so much for sharing with us this morning, Dr. Yong. So now we're going to go into our leaving testimony. And for today, we have an incredible couple. It's going to be Bishop Charles and Bishop Marion Dudley. They're going to be sharing their experience as they receive special grace as ACLC ministers. So please go ahead and share with us, Reverend Dudley. Please unmute yourself.
Am I unmuted?
Yes, there we go.
Okay.
Good morning. Good morning.
Well, I thought Reverend Allen was going to be introducing us, but here we are, the Dudleys.
Good morning, Heavenly Father. True parents, Reverend and Mrs. Moon, Dr. Young, our brothers and sisters. We are the Dudleys. We thank and we give gratitude to Dr. Achille, his wife, Kasumi, the Ocean Family Church, for introducing us to ACLC. ACLC has embodied us with unity and love, and we just enjoy being a part of. We believe that our experience with the military has prepared us for experiencing different cultures. And by unifying or becoming a part of ACLC, we are exposed to different cultures. We are a faith-based ministry with an assignment from God, and God has given us an assignment to teach the people according to the word of God, love the people according to the word of God, and to live our lives before the people according to the word of God. My boo, my bishop, my leader, my spiritual leader is Bishop Charles Thomas Dudley. We have been together for nearly 31 years, and we have been married for almost 28 years. So I give to you, Bishop Dudley.
Well, good morning, everybody. I trust you can still see us because I don't see, y'all still see us?
We see you, no worries,
Okay.
yeah.
Perfect, thank you so very much. Well, first of all, let me just tell you a little bit about us. I got some slides we're going to run through really quickly. And as we talk about how we became a part of ACLC, it's such an honor to be on here with Dr. Yong. We are just so, we usually listen to you on the YouTube channel, and man, you are so inspiring. Yeah, I think that's
beautiful.
Yes, sir. Thank you so very much. So let me begin by trying to get my slides to work. All right, here we go. This is a picture of me, introducing ourselves is just to let you know a little bit about me. This picture of me was taken when I was 1 year and 9 months old. It was actually at the funeral of my father, who was killed by gunfire. And so my life kind of started out experiencing a little bit of tragedy, and as does most of our lives. But thankfully, we end up having multiple people in our lives to help things to become better. As I became an adult, you see, I married a very attractive woman. I married up, as they sometimes will say. And I joined the Marine Corps when I was 17 years old, became successful as a Marine, married Marion, as she said, 28 years ago. And then once we retired from the Marine Corps, we started our church here in Havelock, North Carolina, New Beginnings Ministry of Faith, consecrated to Bishop in 2009. And so it's been our travels around the world. You can see, according to the pictures there on the left, that we love each other. We enjoy having fun together and just treating each other with great respect. Not only does that benefit us as a couple, but it's a great example to those who cross our path, those who we get to demonstrate this love in front of. Marianne, she was raised in a family with all girls, and then her father, I think he suffered from some of the pressure of being around all those women. So he was working out in the field as a farmer. Picture on the lower right, so you see Marianne and I, they're on the left, and those are our 10 grandchildren. Oh my God, there's 10
Oh
of
my
them.
God. Oh my God.
We have 3 boys.
Yeah, we have 3 sons and our 10 grandchildren. This was the first time in our 10 grandchildren's lives that all 10 of them were together in one place at the same time. We make sure that happened on last year. So how do we get an ACLC? Dr. Achio, who was the district representative for the Ocean Family Church, which is we host on our church campus. And that's a picture of the Ocean Family Church when Dr. Ishio came to Havelock. We met him and Katsumi. What an amazing couple. We fell in love with them. And then also this picture here on the bottom right, you'll see Yukio-san Takata. She's a member of the Ocean Family Church, one of those ministers there. And she would always talk to us and treat us with kindness and respect. And one time she convinced us to go to this pastor summit in Washington, D.C. She didn't really tell us it was going to be a marriage blessing, and we didn't really know what that meant, but we trusted her. So we went. You can see we're there with Dr. Chio and Dr. Jenkins and Rick Patterson, and we went through the marriage blessing. So we go to DC for a pastor summit, and we come back. Now we can't even be intimate for 40 days, Dr. Yong. You see what they did to us?
Congratulations.
Yeah. And then we came back to Havelock, and we hosted the Peace and Blessing Watch Party there at New Beginnings with the Ocean Family Church. We watched Mother Moon from Korea as she was inspiring people all around the world. And we also have hosted we went actually to Raleigh-Durham to an ACLC pastor summit where Dr. Yong was ministering, and we had an opportunity to minister too. You can see in a couple of pictures, Dr. Yong is holding a microphone there to my wife. And I actually was sitting at the table right next to Dr. Yong. I'm gonna tell you, I was starstruck. I was starstruck and so amazed. This wonderful preacher who's preaching around the world this true love. And see, Dr. Yong would say like this, true love. And it touched our heart and has caused us to, with our experiences of meeting other people and Dr. Yong really living out true love and his artistic love for the sake of others really inspired us. And so this is how we become part of ACLC. We host prayer breakfast here at our church in Havelock. We've done Blessing Fest here for marriages at our church in Havelock. We did a marriage blessing summit in Washington, D.C., and Pastor and I were able to be on that program. What a fantastic opportunity meeting these people that are teaching from all over the world. And then here in Havelock, we hosted our second prayer breakfast, and we partnered with another local pastor, Pastor Ulysses Dixon. And in the morning, we did a prayer breakfast at our church where we invited Reverend Dixon over, and he prayed, and we invite other local pastors and give them an assignment to pray for schools, for education, for pray for our city, pray for our pastors and churches, pray for our children, pray for marriages, different things like that. And as a result of giving each one of those pastors an assignment, they would all show up for the prayer breakfast. And then in the evening, we went over to Pastor Dixon's church and we held a revival. That was all coordinated and led by Reverend Allen, who's on the Zoom call this morning. So that was just fantastic and wonderful. Then we got an opportunity to go out to the IPAC in Washington, D.C., where we met.
Las Vegas.
Yes, thank you. The IPAC in Las Vegas. My sidekick, she keeps me in order. And there we met people from ACLC, WCLC, YCLC, and KCLC. It was fantastic. We were also a part of the opening of the USA Chim Shim Wan, which was wonderful tour. We met again Dr. Yong out there. That was Veterans Day weekend. And so we participated in the Veterans Day parade, and we were walking with other people from ACLC, YCLC, KCLC, and we were singing in the parade, I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. Yeah, and people all up and down the street were getting so excited because they were familiar with the song, but we had such a wonderful time. And then recently we hosted Subregion 2's pastors gathering with retreat with Dr. Ashia. You see the pictures there. While they were here in Eastern North Carolina, we took them down to the ocean. They got an opportunity to see the ocean here. What a fantastic time. And so sometimes people ask me, oh, then finally we participated in the Chimbo Holy Wine ceremony. That's me and Pastor Marianne participating. We received the special grace. We're just experiencing life with ACLC. Has really taken, excited about coming to Korea. And, it just really has taken our belief and our faith to an entirely different level, being a part of this. And sometimes people will ask me, how much time do I have? People were asking me, how do we get other Christians to be a part of ACLC and, this unification church? And I say, well, we don't have to tear them down, but we have to help them understand what Father and Mother Moon have been guiding us to do, and what Father and Mother Moon represents is not new. It's something very familiar. People will say, well, Father and Mother Moon, they say they heard from God. Well, did not Moses hear from God? Moses talked to God at the burning bush. If Moses could talk to God, or if God could talk to Moses through the burning bush, can he not talk to Father Moon at the rock? And Father Moon says, well, we refer to him sometimes as the Messiah. Well, what is a Messiah? A Messiah is a savior, someone who goes in and saves somebody. Well, did not David save the Israelites when they were arrayed against the armies of Goliath? He saved the Israelites when they did that. And, did not Moses save the Israelites when they were in captivity in Egypt? So would you consider David and Moses somewhat of a Messiah? If they can be a Messiah, then so can Father and Mother Moon. So if we can help Christians to understand the similarities, how it's not different. God was talking to people then. God is still talking to people now and today. And so he's talking to Father Moon. Father Moon is giving us wisdom through the divine principle. Oh my God, life can get better. We don't have to settle for what we have. Let's keep stepping it up, going to another level. Dr. Yong, hey, we can't wait to see you in Korea. We love what you're doing every morning. Kansamida, thank you.
Wow. My goodness, Charles Dudley couple. It is really amazing and very beautiful report. Of course, some of the ACS minister gave a beautiful testimony. Wow, today your testimony is really, really awesome. I really cannot wait for you. I want to see you very quickly in Korea. Okay. Thank you so much. God bless the Dudley couple. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bishop Charles and Pastor Marian. It's so good to see you on the screen. Yes, these are amazing, amazing couples. I remember coming to your church. It was just so great seeing you guys in person, and you have so much love between each other, but also love for true parents and also your ministry as well. So thank you so much for an incredible testimony today. And brothers and sisters, now it's time to share our reflection with one another. So please, let's go into our breakout. We can share what we learned from Dr. Yong, but what we also learned from the Dudley couple. And we'll see you back in a few minutes. Thank you. right. Welcome back, everyone. Wow, there's so much to say, so little time. But so now for our first sharing, I would like to invite Junko Osberg, if you could please share your reflection.
Yes. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Dr. Yong.
junko-chan.
Yes. And so last couple weeks, my husband's father's been here, and his original stay, he was going to stay for a few days, but ended up being for a few weeks. And I was asking God, it's like, I want to become a true person. And then here he is. He gave me a person. Then Dr. Yong mentioned, I think a couple days ago, or I don't know how many days ago, that the shortcut to remove your fallen nature is to serve your physical parents or parents-in-laws. And he also talked about serving in-laws and I think, and also I've been asking God, what's my mission? And he mentioned about, international couple, and you go to your husband's country and you convey the love of God and love of true parents. I have that role, that important role, but I have to be a true person to manifest it. So God answered my questions, and thank you so much, Dr. Yong. And I always appreciate you, and thank you.
junko 아이따요. Thank you so much, junko Osberg. 감사합니다. Take care of your daughter well. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Junko-san, for sharing with us this morning. And now going on to our next sharing, actually, I'd like to invite Mr. Christopher Bush, also known as Resford's father-in-law. So please go ahead and share with us.
Oh, you always put people on the spot, don't you?
Christopher, how are you?
Hello, Dr. Yong,
Hmm.
and everybody. So I just had my notes. You put me in a pickle right here. And the Americans think of being in a pickle is like being in a tough situation. But now I know that we need to let ourselves be pickled in order to grow our hearts and to surrender to the true love. And also we need to be also the pickling salt that will allow others to surrender in front of us. It gives so much more meaning to the salt of the earth and the light of the world, which and really the wife is, you said the wife is the mediator of the family. Really that's my wife has really won the hearts of immediate family, extended family. She's really the mediator, even though she's shy. She doesn't like to be seen on the camera on learning devotion. She listens every day, but she's won the heart of everybody. Even at work, she just serves people. She doesn't when she's mistreated, she doesn't react. She just consistently gives and loves. And
hey, Christopher.
Yeah.
Christopher, why don't you share about your reflection after you seeing your daughter's the engagement ceremony? I want to hear that from you. Today we are little time.
Well, there's this expression, being on cloud 9. I'm on at least cloud 12 or maybe 120. The roar of the crowd when Resfred and Hannah walked into the room was just amazing. And yeah, and to see, I think people saw a part of Resfred that they never seen before, his vulnerable side, and how he's always so confident, and but then when how much his love is, how much he was pickled by Hannah, using your expression, and just all the sharing and the love, and that's having that kind of thing to celebrate in a community is just so special. If I were to, if I could order out of a catalog the type of experience I'd want my daughter to have in the matching process, there's no way I could have even imagined all the things that happened. I couldn't have ordered anything close to what happened. And you, probably the majority of it is because of your influence and your inspiration and bringing them together. So I really want to thank you so much for for investing so much heart and prayer and love into our family and the couple. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Christopher. 감사합니다. Thank you once again. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Bush, for sharing with us this morning. And yes, I do really like your analogy. Like when we think about the pickle, right, we think about something bitter or something that's like, we don't want it, but really now we have a different concept of, what Dr. Yong taught us this morning. So thank you for bringing that up. And yes, Respet has changed. He has become a changed man. Even his smile is bigger. So it's amazing. It's amazing the power of the blessing, what it can do to you. So anyways, thank you so much for sharing with us this morning and going into our announcements for this morning. We would ask you, please invite someone to our morning heart devotion so that they can experience this kind of love, really be able to experience also the love and the words that Dr. Yong is teaching us every single day, and also listening to our testimonies every day. And also please go to edu.familyfed.org, where you can find transcripts and link and images to our morning heart devotion. Thank you to Dr. Kylie for doing that every single day. And there you can also find the Zoom link. If you are intrigued and you want to join on Zoom, you can go on edu.familyfed.org. And please feel free to joyfully give from your heart. As always, we have the link in the chat. Please feel free to donate as we continue our morning heart devotion. And last but not least, for our musical offering, we have Mr. Greg Smith. So please go ahead and share your song.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Good morning, Dr. Yong.
Hey, Greg.
Good to
You're
see
up
you
here
again.
Thank you. Thank you.
The song I'm presenting today, I've known for a long time, and I was inspired to present it. But a couple of weeks ago, when Dan Pfefferman offered his song, and Lawrence Baer mentioned that the power of a video is so much more that can be added to the song. So I decided right then and there that I had to turn it into a video. So in this video, you not only get to hear a song that I've been inspired for a long time, but you both know, and most of you know about this guy back here, this blue bear. You get to hear him sing in this song. So I want to present this to you. The song is Tell It All.
Tell it all, brother, before we fall. Tell it all, brothers and sisters. Tell it all. How much you're holding back on me when you say you're giving all. And in the dungeons of your mind, who you got chained to the wall. Tell it all, brother, before we fall. Tell it all, brothers and sisters. Tell it all. Did you plant your feet on higher ground to avoid life's mud and stone? Did you ever kick a good man when he was down, just to make yourself feel strong? Tell it all, brother, before we fall. Tell it all, brothers and sisters. tell it all. Tomorrow just might be too late. Now is the time to get your jumbled mind straight and seek a new design. Did you ever walk before a crippled man, pretending you were lame? And what made you think one feeble hymn to God was gonna make him call your name? Tell it all, brother, before we fall. Tell it all, brothers and sisters. Tell it all, brother, before we fall. Tell it all, brothers and sisters. Tell it all, brother, before we fall. Tell it all, brothers and sisters. Tell it all, brother, before we fall. Tell it
For the fall. Wow, beautiful song, Greg. You are professional guy now with the video and story. Wow, beautiful. Yeah, so now without you now, I do not know, Wow, thank you so much, Greg and Smith. You're such kind of beautiful offering song. 감사합니다. Make us so happy all the time. 감사합니다.
Thank you, Dr. Yong.
Thank you, Mr. Smith, for sharing that beautiful song with us and making an amazing PowerPoint video that looked amazing. So thank you. I think we all enjoyed it for this morning. And now moving on to our closing prayer, I'd like to invite Kyoko Bowman. So Kyoko-san, please pray for us to end today.
Heavenly Parent and true parent, we have so much secret in the heart, so many things we don't tell. But Heavenly Parent, it's so important to tell all, like this song, and that relieve ourselves to a higher place, and that release your heart, more joy and happiness. Heavenly Parent, we are so grateful your true parent is on the earth. We can able to tell all to them, and we have to learn to tell all to brothers and sisters. Heavenly Parent, I thank you so much today's message and song. I pray Center Bless Family, Jackson Kyoko Bonma's name I offer are true. Amen.
Yeah, thank you, Kyoko-san. Yes, tell it all. How much God love you. How much true parents love you. From your own self, how much do you love your sons and daughters? Need to tell it all. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you so much, Kyoko-san. 감사합니다.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Kyoko-san, for closing us off in prayer. And now, brothers and sisters, it is time to end our morning devotion. So we will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining every single day. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Pastor Diane Ho.